My best of the greetings, dear learner. I am Mr. G.B. Shuar. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Upschooling. Dear learner, in this video lesson, what we are aiming is we will discuss the kinds of errors made by the Odia speaking learners while speaking English. We will also discuss its regions and remediation. Look, from my limited experience with language education, particularly with English, and fairly decent experience in the learning process of it in Odisha, here are some reasons I could come up with. I will try to explain my perspective here. The errors may occur due to wrong work habit, defective method of teaching, defects of vision and hearing, lack of good textbooks, and lack of incentives, etc. ऐसा क्यों है? कारण और निदान दोनों के बारे में हम आज चर्चा करेंगे. The learner himself, cannot take the responsibility of learning task. The teacher is then the right person to equip the learner with the capability of taking the responsibility of his or her own learning. To do that, the teacher should have what could be the remediation. Teacher of English should adequate qualification coupled with proper and perfect training. More specifically, the teacher should have a thorough knowledge of the linguistic elements and solid command of the skills of the target language. On the other hand, an adequate expertise in need analysis, syllabus design, material construction, teaching methods, यूज ऑफ इक्विपमेंट. ये नहीं कि कोई भी सब्जेक्ट का टीचर इंग्लिश क्लास में चला गया और पढ़ाने शुरू कर दिया. ही विल जस्ट मार द रीजन. सो द टीचर हैज टू बी अप्रोप्रिएटली एंड एडिक्वेटली ट्रेन्ड इन साइकोलिंग्विस्टिक्स, sociolinguistics, pedagogy of the target language. Here the target language is English to meet what the individual learner demands in the classroom. ये मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि खाली उड़ीसा में ऐसा नहीं होता है. This is the case more or less similar to other parts of India as well. On the other hand, this is to reinstate your faith. I can assure you that even the native speakers sometimes wrong in some aspects of grammar. देखिए एक एग्जाम्पल के साथ हम आपको समझाते हैं उसको. कोई आया, डोर में नॉक किया. Who is there? Native speaker speaks that it's me. But this is grammatically not sound. This is grammatically sound because it is I who is knocking the door, not it's me who is knocking the door. I would say this is I and me confusion. Use I when you are doing the action and use me when you are receiving the action. This is one of the instances I would like to cite here because this is also error committed by the Odia speakers. Now, dear learner, you see, like any other language, English is also a state of constant change, and the validity of several concepts are still debated. So, I would say Indians who form one of the largest English-speaking populations are no way inferior to the Western counterparts when it comes to English. इसलिए तो आजकल गूगल में आप देखते हैं कि इंग्लिश लंदन भी होता है और इंग्लिश अमेरिकन भी होता है और इंग्लिश इंडियन भी होने लगा है. सो वी कैनॉट से वी आर इन्फीरियर टू देम. And in general, judging India or Indians by their English proficiency, unless it is for an English exam or teaching of English, is plain stupid or wrong. That is my viewpoint. देखिए, errors जो है are the levels of phonological, morphological, और syntactical, semantics and pragmatics. और क्या है? Pronunciation, that is phonology, pronunciation related. And morphology, word formation and sentence construction, which is related to morphological and syntactical level. और syntax जो है ये sentence construction, grammar. And semantics and pragmatics, learning vocabulary items to convey meanings of words, phrases, clauses, sentences, etc., which are related to the semantic and pragmatic level. These are the four areas where errors are committed by Odia learners while speaking English. Odia speaking learners face problem in speech production and speech perception due to pronunciation of monophthongs and diphthongs. हमने एक लेसन भी रखा था साउंड्स ऑफ इंग्लिश करके, अगर आपने नहीं देखा है आई बटन में उसका लिंक प्रोवाइडेड है, you can go through that. So speech production includes articulation and pronunciation of different words, whereas speech perception includes how to receive different speech sounds to get meaning. It is a common problem for the elementary learners के साथ ये problem होता है. देखिए एक word है WOMEN, they are complicated. It's not woman. ऐसा नहीं है. This is wrong to say like this. Rather, that is women. ASTHMA. Not what you say, but it's asthma. ऐसे आप ये है correct. UBER meaning है over. It's not Uber, it's Uber. ठीक है? And this is TRUTH. Truth. U sound is there. And PIZZA. Pizza करके बोलते हैं, but that is wrong. Correct क्या है? Pizza. ऐसे. SALON, this is हम लोग बोलते हैं कि saloon, this is something like shalon. This one mischievous करके बोलते हैं, but this is not correct. What is the correct word then? This is mischievous. Like Amy, this is one more word. There are 100 different. Don't call it like mimi, or both are incorrect. Mimicry. Meaning क्या है? Behavior passed from one individual to another by imitation. ETC. इसको आप क्या बोलेंगे? This is etc. Okay? This is espresso. A type of strong black tea. Espresso. These are some of the examples related to the use of phonological errors committed by Odia speaking students. Reasons behind our suffering from this kind of mistakes. So, हो सकता है the basic sentence structure, the forms, functions and uses of different parts of speech, use of words and phrases where we commit mistakes, use of inappropriate grammar, the construction of WH questions, the uses and functions of English determiners, the use of prepositions, different types of verbs, the functions and use of English modals. Modals तो उड़िया में होता नहीं है. The formation and use of passive sentences. In certain cases like the element is negative, वहाँ पर भी. Use of double negative, use of metaphors and similes, and use of misquotation. I have listed some, but you can add to it. Example के साथ देखते हैं आगे. First, the basic sentence structure. English is not an Indian language. ये एक foreign language. Primarily we tend to think in our own mother tongue and then literally translate it into English, which leads to errors. Our mother tongue and its grammar influences the way we write and speak. The basic sentence structure in English language, this is the subject plus verb plus object. I eat rice. I learn English. In Odia, it is mo Ingreji sikhe. The difference, subject plus object plus verb. This is Odia. Most of the Indian languages, the structure is like that. Mo Angreji sikhe. Angreji is object, mo is subject, and sikhe is the verb. This difference between the basic sentence structure creates problem for the Odia speaking learners. दूसरा example हम देखते हैं. देखिए, I will pay ₹500 for this bag max to max. Max to max means ମୁଁ ଅଧିକରୁ ଅଧିକ 500 ଟଙ୍କା ଏଇ ବ୍ୟାଗ୍ ପାଇଁ ଦେଇପାରିବି. Is it correct? Because we tend to think in our mother tongue first and then literally translate it into English at the most. That is the correct English. Replace max to max to at the most. That is the way. So avoid using the phrase max to max here. Instead use maximum. One more example I would like to cite here. Na word. What is that? We are in the habit. This is not a grammatical mistake or error, I would say. But we people tend to use this word na at the end of a sentence. One example. I am pointing it out because many of us don't know the correct replacement of the word now. Example एक लेते हैं. Yesterday you went to the mall, na? In this way we end the sentence. But this na should be, didn't you? Yesterday you went to the mall, didn't you? This is the way. But instead of that, we say, yesterday you went to the mall, na? This is one of the mistakes. One more example. Today is the second year anniversary of my breakup. What is second year anniversary here? Rather you say, today is the second anniversary of my breakup or of my marriage. This is one of the reasons. Next reason पे आइए. The forms, functions and uses of different parts of speech. एक example लीजिए, एक word round है. Functions has 5 different parts of speech. Round का adjective होगा, adverb भी होगा, preposition भी होगा, noun भी होगा और verb भी होगा. Round एक word ऐसा है. एक word suppose tired, दूसरा है, उसका भी noun form भी होता है, उसका भी verb forms भी होते हैं. But how, where, in which situation? ऐसे university भी एक word है. For example, she is a university student. Here it is adjective. The adjective loud has 2 adverbs. Loud and loudly, adverb में. ऐसे बहुत सारा है. Odia speaking learners is using normally one word for one meaning, whereas in English language a word can give more than one meaning. So we commit a mistake when referring to a group that includes you. For example, I, Ram, Sam, Dam and Vibhuti went on a road trip. ये गलत है. List yourself at the end. फिर क्या होगा? यहाँ पर I आ जाएगा. Vibhuti and I are sorry for what we have done. This is one more example. Correct है? नहीं है. This is the difference. When referring to a group in a negative situation, this is a negative situation. We are feeling sorry. This is an apology. Then I usually takes precedence in the sentence. Vibhuti and I are sorry for what we have done is not the correct one. This is wrong. Rather, I say first I and Vibhuti. Vibhuti are sorry. This is the way. Next come. Use of words and phrases. In our day-to-day life, we see the incorrect use of words and phrases. It may be related to misspelling, spelling में गलती, synonym, homonym. The people often get confused between alter and alter, already and already. ये दोनों अलग हैं. ऐसे बहुत सारे हैं. So they are not confident about the use of appropriate words or phrases in English. एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे यहाँ पर देखिए एक चीज, इंडिया में लूज, ये इनकरेक्ट है. करेक्ट क्या है? ये वर्ड LOAC. So LOOAC is the opposite of tight, while LOAC is the opposite of win. Next sentence देखिए, lot of people use the word. There is no such word like foundation in English. एक एग्जाम्पल देखिए, you must try to submit the file before Friday, though there is no foundation. The correct word is restriction. So you must try to submit the file before Friday, though there is no restriction. So try to avoid using it. Instead, you can use restriction. ठीक है? One more thing. My exam dates are preponed by 1 week. So prepone is not yet officially recognized. Therefore, I would advise you that my exam dates are advanced by a week. आप ऐसा बोलिए. ये सारे habit formation हो गया है. और टीचर भी पढ़ाते हैं in this way. Okay. Next counting. Use of inappropriate grammar. So please go through them carefully. I'll just give a hint. He purchased 5 dozen apples. Purchased 5, यहाँ पर S नहीं होगा. He gave me a 10 rupees note. यहाँ पर S नहीं होगा. 10 rupee note. These shoes are cheap. Shoes are होगा. Is नहीं होगा. This is not are. This is is. The first inning is over. The first innings. Let you and I go now. यहाँ पर I नहीं होगा. You and me. Let you and me go now. I नहीं होगा. The climate of Shimla is colder than Ambala. The climate of Shimla is colder than that of Ambala hoga. These are the areas we commit mistakes as Odia speakers learning English. We shall discuss about it. About it nahi hoga. We'll discuss it. Okay. Did you avail the opportunity? Did you avail yourself of the opportunity? I shall finish this work before you will come. No, I shall have finished. यहाँ पर I shall have finished this work before you come. Or another common mistake is asking for time. What is the time on a watch? No, on your watch nahi hoga. What is the time? By your watch. I gave the exam. This is also incorrect. Correct is I wrote the exam. I'll revert back. No, revert nahi. I'll revert. Despite of several challenges, he won the race. No. आप खाली बोलिए डिस्पाइट सेवरल चैलेंजेस, आप मत लगाइए यहाँ पर. डिस्पाइट का मतलब है इन स्पाइट ऑफ माई सेल्फ एंड माई ब्रदर. नो, डोंट स्टार्ट विद पोजेसिव फॉर्म. माई ब्रदर एंड आई. ठीक है. हु टोल्ड हम लोग बोलते हैं, पूछते हैं हु टोल्ड. नो, हु हैज सेड दैट. ऑल्दो आई न्यू इट बट आई डिड नॉट से एनीथिंग. दिस इज ऑल्सो इनकरेक्ट. Rather say, although I knew it, I didn't say anything. क्या होगा? Although and but should not be used together. ये दोनों एक जगह नहीं आएंगे. But still, you should have told me. But and still दोनों एक जगह नहीं आते हैं. अब खाली बोलिए still you should have told me. Next is anyways, thank you. Anyways, thank you. Anyways, this is an extra S. Extra S, ये नहीं चाहिए. This is also a mistake we commit as far as inappropriate grammar is concerned. Anyway, thank you. No ways भी हम बोलते हैं, no ways भी incorrect. It's no way, you can't do that. Next is use of preposition. Particularly after noun हम preposition कुछ रखते हैं, जैसे कि complaint against, confidence in, interest in, exception in, doubt about. एक एग्जाम्पल देखिए, शेयर और सेंड मी द डॉक्यूमेंट, बट दैट इज नॉट द करेक्ट वे एज फार एज प्रीपोजिशन यूज इज कंसर्न. शेयर द डॉक्यूमेंट विथ मी, और यू कैन से बोथ वेज करेक्ट. शेयर द डॉक्यूमेंट विथ मी और सेंड टू मी. शेयर विथ, सेंड टू. सो नेक्स्ट इज द फंक्शन एंड यूज ऑफ इंग्लिश मॉडल्स. ओडिया लैंग्वेज में मॉडल्स ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. जैसे कि मुंह, जीबी, I'll go. Shall, will, may, might, must, can, could, should, ought to, would, need, dare, have to, be to, etc. In different tenses में ये आता है and different situations में ये आता है. But Odia speaking learners, they find it difficult because learners का जो mother tongue does not possess them. And teaching is not helpful here. Rather, इसका use आप बार बार करके बच्चों को समझाइए. Can you pass the pen? Is it correct? No, this is not correct. So while requesting, could you pass the pen? This is the way. Next देखते हैं use of double negative. You don't owe him nothing, but you don't owe him anything. We should not be surprised if it does not snow today. We should not be surprised if it snows today. Does not नहीं होगा. Double negative में positive sense आ जाता है. Use of figurative language में भी हम mistake कर देते हैं. Figures of speech in a communication process should be used judiciously, very judiciously. Then only the communication will be effective and interesting. नहीं तो they lose their meaning and distracts the attention of the reader and the listener. We are literally just overusing literally here. देखिए literally का मतलब क्या है? Literally का मतलब है actually. Actually. My eyes literally fell out of their sockets when I saw her in that dress. क्या गलत है या सही है? वहां पर एक लेक्चर YouTube में अवेलेबल है इन द Upschooling. You can go through that. My eyes literally, you can say, My eyes literally grew wide when I saw her in that dress. Last में देखते हैं कि use of misquotations. Cleanliness is next to godliness. But the correct thing is cleanliness is indeed. यहाँ पर indeed लगेगा. Indeed. Power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is also wrong. Power tends to corrupt. Money is the root of all evil. Vishay. But that is not the way. This is the correct quotation. For the love of money is the root of all evil. English is not our native language. यहाँ से पता चलता है. But there is also something that lacks in the process of learning the language. हम लोग पढ़ते नहीं हैं. Reading. Reading books or any scripts in the language helps in learning the language better. It helps in both written and verbal communication. We should encourage reading in the language more to make less grammatical errors. ज़्यादा पढ़ेंगे और errors जो होगा less होगा. That is the bonus advice I would like to give you. To sum up our discussion, we may conclude the main causes of errors in English in this manner. First of all, a wrong approach to learning or learning inadequacy or improper guidance. ज़्यादातर स्कूल से पढ़ाई शुरू होता है. While Odia learners do read a lot of English, they do not do so consciously. By that, I mean we do not know, we do not focus on how the language is being used. हमने meaning ले लेते हैं, but we don't pay attention to the sentence structures and grammars. इसलिए सारे गलतियां हो जाते हैं. And the morning shows the day. If you have a wonderful teacher, then your English shall be good. So improper guidance पहली चीज है. कोई भी इंग्लिश पढ़ाने के लिए क्लासरूम में चला जाता है. Lack of exposure जो है, this is also one of the main causes. Impact of bilinguality, यहाँ पर दो लैंग्वेज का हमने एग्जाम्पल भी ऊपर रखा था. We do not grow up listening to a lot of native English speakers. Also the fact that bad English is all around does not help the cause. Some of us are even proud of the bad English we speak. हम कुछ भी लिखते हैं, कुछ भी पढ़ाते हैं, but we are proud of that कि हम लोग जानते हैं. But we should not destroy the career of the students. And तीसरी बात है negligence. Effect of circumstance यहाँ पर आएगा. I cannot emphasize this enough. English does not quite make it into the list of important subjects to pay attention to. बहुत सारे schools में बोलते हैं कि English में है क्या, कोई भी पढ़ा देगा. English just doesn't seem to beat mathematics and science in terms of stuff that can help you get a job. But learning correct English is important. कोई भी subject पढ़ने के लिए correct English आपको चाहिए. But I would advise you that choose your teacher that उसका education language education से हो, pedagogy के साथ हो. Overt defensiveness, ये भी एक reason है. Impact of systematic errors in English usage. Odia speakers are not so very good at handling criticism when it comes to English language skills. There lies the problem. Once you tell yourself it is okay to be bad at something, you will never try to improve. I think it is important to give children decent language education. Those skills then become the foundation of other skills. It is impossible to measure the difference the skills make when it is time for them to defend for themselves. So it is very sad that most schools miss this point. I would like to thank you for the support and love you have given. Please like, comment and share and subscribe. If you are watching for the first time, please subscribe my channel Upschooling. Thank you.